Hi, this is a page walkthrough, and if you log in, you go to My Profile, and if you go down towards the bottom, there is this individual suggestion. And what it is allows you to take your sample and look to see what the precise impact is of a particular substance. It could be something you're prescribed, or it could be something else. It also gives you the option of how to modify it and what the interactions are. So it sort of gives you a whole bunch of technical information. Doesn't necessarily make it easy to pick, but it gives you some detail, some ability to dive into it. So just click that. And there we go to the page. And what the page has, it has a searchable box. For example, let's suppose I want to look at something like wormwood. I would usually put double percentage on there, and I just use the word worm. And we end up with wormwood there, and we end up with a bunch of other things. Some of the other things is if you hover over, if you can't figure out why in the world did that show up, often there are alternative titles, and rather than filling the page with a massive list of alternative titles, I put it there. So although none of these have the word worm in the actual name, if you take a look over any one of them, you'll find one of the alternative names contains worm. So I'll select wormwood and just do an update search, or I can go and say, okay, I want something else, like I want NIM. And click that. And what happens is whatever you have picked is there, and whatever you're searching for is there. And what we have over here is net benefit estimates. So we have 6.3 and 1.4. In other words, it is a favorable thing to take. Now, when I make suggestions through the usual mechanism, everything is scaled from 1.0 to negative 1.0. Here we don't scale. We give you a raw number from the computation. So it's not scaled because there's nothing to scale it against. So it's just basically the raw numbers which may later get scaled. Okay, now if I add in wormwood, and we see that, add in NIM, we see that it becomes even a better combination. I could go and put in something like Tulsi. Search for it first, and then if we add it, we see it's still good. We could take things out, like for example, we could decide to just have Tulsi by itself, just untick it, do an update, and we'll see the individual parts. That's basically it. It's very straightforward with the reformatted page. And now what we have here is special reports, which will be separate videos later, but I'll just show you what it takes you to. The pages may get revised. And basically it goes and shows all the changes for things which are going to decrease or increase from whatever you selected on the prior page. So that makes life nice and easy. And compensate for takes you over to a page which will attempt to find out what suggestions you could do to mitigate the shifts caused by whatever is listed. This is generally assumed to be for antibiotics and prescription drugs. Okay, but that's a separate topic later. So that's basically the page. Nice and short and crisp. Again, you can go and change. If you change types, it will go and comes back to the default.